Hello everyone and welcome into Coach Crick Sports. This is the NBA DFS Core Pick video for Tuesday, January 7th. If you're joining me for the very first time, first of all, welcome in. Second of all, this is how today's video will be structured. We'll be going over my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel. In the morning, I will be listing an injury report. There will be 4 teams on the back-to-back, so we won't have injuries reports for those 4 teams. They'll be updated later on in the day. I'll be leaving additional injury updates down in the comments section, as well as an update to the core about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock and all the starting lineups as they do come out throughout the evening. Do apologize for last Friday. Was not able to get to that. Had a couple things pop up that I was not expecting, so do once again apologize for that. But without further ado, we'll get started with the DraftKings side at the point guard position with Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. Technically listed as probable for this game. He's $9,700. Looking for, 48, 49 out. Pretty much what he's been averaging so far in the season. Pace up spot versus the Utah Jazz for this game. Have Trae Young currently projected for 50 points. Might have a little bit upside for more, a little bit downside for less, but looks like a solid all-around option. And if Jalen Johnson is to miss once again, he will see an increase in usage once again. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go down to Christian Braun of the Denver Nuggets. He was in our core picks on Friday as well at $4,700. Pretty decent price tag for him. Looking for 23, 24 out of him to get that 5 times value. Averaging just under 27 so far in the season. Pretty much everything I said back on Friday still pretty much applies here. A little bit of tougher matchup versus the Boston Celtics. Aaron Gordon's out once again, so should have solidified minutes, even with Russell Westbrook entering that starting lineup in place of Aaron Gordon, most likely. So definitely do like him in this game. If the 3 balls go down, if he contributes in a couple other categories, can easily outperform this price tag. Currently, I'm projected for about 27, 28. Just kind of depends on how many minutes he plays and if that shot's going down for him in a pretty big way or not. Obviously, a little bit less usage probably with Russell Westbrook out there as opposed to Aaron Gordon, but still has some pretty good opportunities at the same time as well. Then at small forward, we're going to go with Ryan Dunn, who has entered the starting lineup now for the Phoenix Suns. Played really well as of late. He's only $4,400, looking for 22 out of him, pay off at 5 times value. Currently, I'm projected for about 24, 25, so it looks like a solid, safe kind of filler option, at least as a paydown option to enter the day. We'll see if any other options open up throughout the day that maybe look a little bit better than him. But at the same time, it's a pretty attractive matchup going against the Charlotte Hornets, and he's played really well as a rookie so far this season. Then at power forward, we're going to go with Nikola Jovic of the Miami Heat. There is no Jimmy Butler for the foreseeable future. He's suspended. He's trying to seek out a trade, everything else like that. So Jovic should be a beneficiary in that, seeing bigger minutes, maybe a little extra usage at the same time as well. $4,900, looking for 24, 25 out, averaging just under 19 so far on the season. Interesting matchup versus the Golden State Warriors. Probably one that looks pretty good on paper for him, at least. If he's out there, if he's getting the minutes, probably going to outperform this price tag. Currently, I'm projected for about 25, 26, but has shown a little bit of upside for more in his most recent games. And then last but not least, we're going down to the center position with Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz. $6,400, looking for 32 out of him to pay off at 5 times value. At this point in time, looks like John Collins will be out once again for this game, so should solidify those minutes for Walker Kessler. There might be no Lauri Markkanen once again as well, so maybe even an extra little bump in usage on the offense end, which is something we don't see out of him too much, but attractive matchup versus the Atlanta Hawks. Probably a little bit of a pace-up spot at the same time as well. Currently, I'm projected for 34, 35 tonight, but definitely has some pretty high-end upside at the same time as well. Maybe a little bit downside for less, but looks like a relatively safe play overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that do currently have this year, you got $19,900 remaining, just over $6,600 remaining per player. So at least early on, probably looking a little bit more like a balanced build type of day. However, there are 7 games in total, 4 teams on back-to-back, so there could be some value that does open up throughout the day. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, we're going to see some pretty similar names. Obviously, once again, 7 games in total, 4 teams on the back-to-backs. So some of these players could change very much throughout the day if we do get some value opening up. But we're going to start off at the point guard position with Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, $9,200. Looking for 46 out to pay out of 5 times value. Currently averaging just under 45. Attractive matchup versus Utah Jazz. Should be a little bit of pace-up spot. We'll see whether or not Jalen Johnson plays or not. If he doesn't play, should be some extra usage to go around for Trae Young and company. Currently have him projected for 48 on the FanDuel side tonight. Could have a little bit of upside for more. Maybe just a tick a downside for less at the same time as well. Then as shooting guard, we're going to go with Klay Thompson of the Dallas Mavericks, $5,900. There is no Kyrie Irving. There is no Luka Doncic for the foreseeable future. So Klay Thompson should see a massive uptick in usage. And as of the time of this recording, I'm recording on Monday night, they sent out a very weird Dallas Mavericks starting lineup with Klay Thompson pretty much as the point guard, Najee Marshall at the 2, PJ Washington at the 3, Maxi Kleber at the 4, and Derek Lively at the 5. Probably one of the biggest units they could possibly run out of there. Everybody kind of playing out of position. If Klay Thompson operates as kind of a de facto point guard with some extra usage, could be a pretty big night for him overall. We'll see whether or not that is the same starting lineup for Tuesday. But Klay Thompson, $5,900, looking for 29-30 out of him. Only averaging about 24 so far in the season, but has very much taken a backseat to guys like Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic for the most part. If he's out there, if he's being able to do whatever he wants to do against the Lakers team, which could be good or bad on any given night, could be a pretty big spot for him. Currently, I'm projected for 31, but definitely does have some upside for more at the same time as well. Then we're going to move down to small forward with Ryan Dunn of the Phoenix Suns once again going against the Charlotte Hornets. $4,600, looking for 23 out of him. Pretty attractive matchup here in that starting lineup when he's been playing, when he's been getting the minutes. As of late, he's looked really good. So currently, I'm projected for about 25, 26. Looks like a solid value option to start off the day. And then at power forward, once again, we're going with Nikola Jovic of the Miami Heat. $4,900, so the exact same price tag on both sites. If he goes out, if he gets the minutes, once again, he's been pretty productive as of late. Some extra usage to go around with no Jimmy Butler there. Some extra minutes to go around with no Jimmy Butler there. So could be a major beneficiary in Golden State Warriors matchup that should benefit him in a pretty big way. And he has shown some signs of development early on in the season, so definitely do like him. $4,900, we're looking for 24, 25 out. Currently, I'm projected for 26, but definitely could have some upside for more, maybe a little bit downside for less at the same time as well. And then last but not least, we're going down to the center position with Alfred Sengun of the Houston Rockets going against the Washington Wizards. One of the best fantasy matchups you can have for a center on any given night. So I definitely do like Sengun, his talents here. The last two games have not been the greatest for him, but at $9,100, looking for 45, 46 out. Currently, I'm projected for 48. Definitely does offer a ton of upside for more, although maybe a little bit of downside for less if he plays like he has in his couple most recent games, but I really do not see that being the case versus Washington tonight. But with that being said, if you go with the 5 players that I do currently have here on the FanDuel side, you'll have $26,300 remaining, just under $6,600 remaining per player, so pretty similar amount to what we had over on DraftKings as well. Kind of looking like a balance build type of day. But once again, 7 games in total, 4 teams on the back-to-back. So there definitely could be some value options opening up throughout the day. So definitely keep an eye on the injury updates as well as that updated core as we do get closer to the lock. But with that being said, this is what I do have in terms of my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to drop them down in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And then once again, I will be listing the early morning injury report right away in the morning. There will be the 4 teams on the back-to-back having injury reports coming out later on, as well as those injury updates throughout the day. Updated core about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, and then as many of those starting lineups as I can get to throughout the evening as well. But with that being said, if you were brand new to my channel, checking out for the very first time, or have yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Right now, we really just have NBA DFS going on in terms of the core pick videos Tuesday through Friday, so definitely be on the lookout for all of those. Probably going to add some NFL draft content here and there as I do have the time to do so. Probably going to try to get some NFL draft prospect interviews like I did 2 years ago. That's kind of in the works at this point in time. Don't really have anything lined up, so just be on the lookout for that. Some exciting things coming in the future. And then last but not least, if you're interested in prop betting, if you're interested in sports betting whatsoever, be sure to check out the links and promo codes down in the description below for Prize Picks, Parlay Play, and BetUS. If you're a brand new user on any one of those 3 sites, when you sign up, make your initial deposit, you will get a first match deposit bonus. For Prize Picks and Parlay Play, it's a 100% match up to $100. And then for BetUS, it's a 125% match on your initial deposit up to $2,000. So some pretty good opportunities to be had out there. If you have any other additional questions related to that whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's down in the comment section of this video or on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport, and be more than happy to help you with that journey as well. But with that being said, that's all that I truly have for today's video. Definitely do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Definitely means a lot to me. I hope that each and every one of you have a great rest of your day and some pretty good luck in NBA DFS for Tuesday, January 7th.